was a Saturday afternoon at Burnaby Lake Sports Complex. We were up against Vancouver United, fast, aggressive, and organized. The kind of team that doesn't even give you a second to breathe. Our team, Al Primos, had been grinding all season. It wasn't a final or a playoff, just a regular league game. But for us, it mattered. I felt that nervous energy building up during warm-ups. But the moment I stepped onto the pitch, it all washed away. Once the whistle blows, there's no room for hesitation. Just trust in everything you've trained for. We were down 2-1 in the second half. I was on the left wing, trying to stay open, tracking defenders, waiting for my moment. Then, there was. Our defender intercepted the ball, touched it out wide, and played it down the line to me. I dribbled forward, taking light touches with my right foot to keep it close. The defender was closing in. I shifted my weight just enough to curve the ball with the outside of my foot. A trivela. It arced around the defender like it had its own GPS. Our striker sprinted onto it, didn't have to slow down. He met the ball just outside the box and fired low and fast towards the bottom corner. The ball traveled quickly, but for me, it felt like slow motion. My heart pounded, thud, 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 as I watched it go. The keeper dove, full stretch, but it was too clean. The ball slid in. Goal! Our striker took off towards the bench, arms wide, celebrating like he just won the league. The bench exploded, sidelines roared, even our coach smiled. And if you know our coach, that's rare. I stood there for a second, just taking it in. It felt good, but not because I scored, because I helped create it. Even though it might have looked like a lucky moment, I knew it wasn't. That trivela didn't just happen. It was something I'd earned. It came from hours of practice, from knowing how a striker runs, from watching defenders shift, and from messing up dozens of times before finally getting it right. The pass, that was part of the 10%. The small parts of the game people actually notice. The goals, the assists, the replays, the things that make the highlight reel. But the reason they did, that came from the other 90%. The part no one talks about, the part we don't see, the part that never goes viral but changes everything. That 90% is where the game is actually won. But I didn't always see it that way. I started playing soccer in grade 1. My dad would give me a ball and take me to Scotia Barn in Burnaby. At that age, I wasn't thinking about strategy. I just wanted to run fast, score goals, and hear my dad cheering from the sidelines. That's how it all begun. Simple and fun. By grade 5, I was playing in Division 3. We had 9 players on a half-size pitch. Everyone was chasing the ball like it was the last slice of pizza. No one held their position. It was controlled chaos. Some games, I would touch the ball 40, maybe 50 times. And I thought, the more I touch the ball, the better I must be playing. I got used to thinking that being everywhere meant I was finally doing something right. But by grade 7, everything shifted. I switched clubs, started training more seriously, and joined Westvan Soccer Academy. And for the first time, I learned soccer isn't just about how you move, it's about how you think. That's also when I started studying professional players. I watched Neymar, how he dances past defenders, not just with speed, but with creativity. I studied Mohamed Salah. He plays my position, left wing. He's fast, precise, physical, always in the right place at the right time. And Joshua Kimmich. Not flashy, but sharp. A leader who makes sure the whole team plays better. The more I watch, the more I realized the best players don't do everything. They move with purpose. They know when to show and when to wait. At the academy, we also train like that. Positioning, strategy, off-the-ball movement. We even had classroom sessions on mindset. That's when the game really started to change for me. I've always been drawn to quotes. Sometimes before games, I'll find one that fits how I'm feeling. One that stuck with me is this: one day, the whistle will blow for the final time, and you'll wish you'd given more to the games you let slip. That hit me, because effort doesn't just start when the match does, and not just in soccer, in school, in life, in anything that matters. You don't always get a second shot to show who you really are. I started thinking less about how often I touched the ball and more about what I was doing without it. I noticed space, not just where people were, but where they're going to be. I noticed my teammates who like threw balls, who wanted at their feet, who thrived when trusted with something tough. I noticed tiny windows, a 1-second gap in the back line, a midfielder drifting just a little too far. That's when soccer stopped being about the next big play and started being about the small decisions that led to it. That's the shift. It turns you from a player who chases the game into one who shapes it. Sometimes it felt like chess. You don't just move a piece, you think 5 steps ahead. Same in soccer. If I pass to a defender, I already pictured what happens next, where the ball goes, who gets it, and how it opens space. That mindset helped me thrive when I moved to Division 2. The pace, faster. The field, bigger. And pressure, way higher. But I wasn't chasing anymore. I was thinking, anticipating, building plays. Soon, my teammates started to trust my passes. And honestly, that felt even better than scoring. But not every moment looks like progress. In the same game, the one with the Trivella, I yelled at a teammate for messing up a very simple pass. 2 minutes later, I tripped over the ball myself in front of the whole bench. The laughter, immediate, and honestly, deserved. But I got up, shook it off, and kept playing. Because the 90% isn't just practice. It's learning, failing, and improving. It's being able to get up, laugh at yourself, and keep going. There's this quote I often remind myself of. The work you put in when no one's watching becomes a strength you rely on when everyone is. And whatever it is you put your effort in, whether it's sports, school, music, debate, anything, just know the quiet work is never wasted. Because one day, all of it, every drill, every study session, every late night effort will lead to a moment that will stay with you forever. And when it does, you'll be able to look back and say, I earned that. Thank you.